And actually, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because I know me.
And you don't have to understand my boundaries to respect them.
Well, no, I'm the president and co-founder of McShin, a person in long-term recovery from substance use disorder.
And like, okay, I gotta work on that. Like,
Celebrating my 6 months. Didn't have a cake.
Yeah.
Gosh, you
you
scared me.
showed up.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the award-winning recovery podcast, Get in the Herd. I'm your host, Nathan Mitchell, and today we have with us a man who comes to us from Maine, another one of those Mainers. He's, well, we're not going to go into that, but he's been here 67 days now, and before I introduce Charlie anymore, I do want to say, if you're looking at me and saying, man, that's a good-looking hoodie, well, guess what? You can't get one because we've already sold out of those. Because I'm wearing the brand new Get in the Hoodie. Get in the Herd hoodie. Get in the hoodie. What did we decide on?
Get in the hood.
Get in the hood? Get in the hood. Well, that's a whole different show, isn't it?
It is.
That's an entirely different show. All right. So, but anyway, look, we're looking for some ideas on how to do T-shirts, hoodies, hats, cigarette ashtrays. That's what I went with in my head. Man, apparently I'm 75 years old. Chain smoking, coffee cups, Yetis, all those, that merchandise stuff that we don't have to keep in stock here, but we can get, sort of made and put together and sent out. We're looking for some ideas on how to do that because we used one company. We're doing some shirts, some T-shirts, some hoodies, coffee mug, and just not happy with them. So if you have anything, let us know. But what do we have today? So today we have Charlie Sinclair from Maine. Welcome to the show, Charlie.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah, man. Well, so tell me, man. So you came here from Maine 67 days ago,
Yes.
and you're working for McShin already.
I volunteer most of the time, but I more or less work for you guys, trying to help out as much as I can.
Well, tell me, man, because how do we get from the okay, I'm going to make a decision to turn my life around up in Maine to 67 days later? I'm driving around, taking participants here and there. I'm doing recovery coach sessions with participants, going out and getting $45 meals. Oh my goodness. So tell me, how does that work, man? Walk me through how that happened.
When I came up, I initially was only going to stay the 28 days like most of us
I can relate.
were going to. And about 2 weeks in, I realized what the program had given me and what I felt in my heart, and I knew that I was going to stay here for a while and help out and try to just help the new guys, the newcomers, and do whatever I could do to make their life a little bit better and help them through the 28 days because I understood how hard it could be.
Well, you said you realized at the 2-week mark that what the program had given you. Well, what had the program given you?
It had given me a sense of purpose almost. I was already starting to help people. I was helping people because I had been there. It had given me a different kind of life than I wanted before I got here. Once I hit that mark, it was like I wanted to help people in a different facet than what I had done before. I'd been in healthcare. I was a finished carpenter. I was a demo guy. I did earthwork. I mean, I've done it all, but
You did carpentry in Finland?
no, I did not, Nathan.
A Finnish carpenter?
Just
doing
doing finish work. But
Come on, man. Oh my goodness.
Not everyone's gonna get that.
Well, but the ones who do are the ones I want close to me.
Right.
You see, sometimes I throw out just to see who can nibble, and those are the people I F with. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So put the camera back on just Charlie for a second, would you please? Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. No, Charlie, look at that guy. You see that?
I do.
Nope. And we've got some email.
That's my bad.
Surprises, whatnot. But look at that guy right there, man. What do you think about that guy?
I like that guy. He's a lot different than the guy that showed up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, tell me about that. So you got here 2 weeks later, started to find a purpose, and now you're here 67 days. What's happening in your life this week?
Actually, my wife's gonna come down, and all 4 kids are gonna be here. They're,
Wait, whoa! You're like 16 and you have 4 kids?
well, I'm almost 37, but
Okay. 4 kids.
yes,
Jesus.
Wait, are you and Roger cousins?
yes, me and
Oh.
Roger are cousins.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. I wasn't actually going to bring that up because he hates that.
Oh, well, it's just Roger just.
I do not
commentate.
hate
Oh,
that.
hey Roger. Roger's watching. Hey Roger, love you, cuz. Glad you are doing great work for me too, man. Good to see you, Roger. Glad
Wow.
things are working out.
Hi,
Frank.
Roger.
Frank wants a hoodie. Frank, man, you're gonna have to fight me for mine. Actually, I think he would kick my ass.
We'll be rolling another batch out before the winter, I think.
Oh yeah. The get in the hoodie. I kind of like that. The get in the hoodie. No,
Yeah.
get in the hood.
Get in the hood.
I kind of like
He'll
that
get it.
actually. All right. So, but I mean, okay. So we got your cousin watching
Yep.
here, right? And your cousin was here. How much of a sort of what's the word I'm looking for? How much of a what Roger went through was an inspiration for you? Did you know what he was doing?
It was a huge inspiration.
Yeah.
I didn't know until he was almost, all the way through, but I picked him up from the airport with his mother.
Yeah.
And they were the final push and the final inspiration that got me to get into rehab. Before that, I had no interest. I thought I could do it on my own. I thought I could quit drinking on my own. And I tried, I don't know how many times, countless times. And we visited with them one weekend, and my aunt actually told me that I needed help and that she would help me get here. And I still.
This is
pushed her
Roger's
away.
mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I pushed her away still that moment, but I ended up accepting the help and jumping on the life raft, and I'm very grateful that I did, and I'm grateful for her. I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know because I've been talking to you for the last 67 days. We've gotten fairly close, and I know there's been a lot of back and forth on the wife coming and the kids coming, and the wife. Y'all are from Maine. Y'all.
Yep.
Y'all. I don't even use y'all that much, but when I start talking about the North, for whatever reason, I start going Southern. And it's funny because I'm from New Jersey originally, but don't hold that against me. But you've been going back and forth with the wife. She's never been here, right?
She's visited Maryland. Her sister lives in Maryland, but
Yeah. Okay. So she's visited Maryland, and that's right outside of DC too, isn't it?
Yep.
And that's a very different animal from down here too. That's a little more crowded. Traffic's a mess up there. I mean, there's places here in Richmond, in the Richmond area, where the traffic can be, but it's not like Northern Virginia, DC
Right.
metro area, or Maryland metro area. So, she's coming down, and she's really coming down with a lot of blind faith based on all the things that you've reported back.
Right.
I understand. She's bringing the kids. Y'all are gonna get. And she's moving. She's moving. Like
Yep.
y'all giving up the lease.
Yep.
Telling the landlord goodbye. Kissing the dog.
He's giving up a heck of a deal too.
yeah, yeah, we're
$500 for a house
a
on
house
the water.
on the river. Yeah,
Wait a second. Have they found a new tenant?
I don't know.
I'll go to Maine.
Because I'll go to Maine too.
Right.
How many bedrooms? We can split the rent. $250
Yeah.
a month. Oh my god,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be working remote, and I got a new desk.
So
Sit
on the water.
there's a house on the water in
Damn.
Maine, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, really nice place in Edmonds. If anyone wants
For
it.
$500 a month?
That's crazy.
Jeez, I think we need to consider, like, for every 5 Mainers that come to Richmond, we should send 1 Virginian back.
Right?
An exchange program.
Yes. That's exact. Actually, what we'll do, that's right. It'll be 1 for 1. It'll be a hostage situation. We're going to hold your Mainer and we're going to send a Virginian back.
There
We
you
could
go.
probably work that out because my landlord has a lot of houses.
Wow. On the water? Wow.
You're doing the right thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're definitely doing the right thing. But wow, boy, I would love to see some pictures of this water though.
Yeah. Is it like that
I have a
river or
few.
is it water?
I have a few I'll show you.
Yeah, like can you?
It's actually a river that meets the salt water, so
So it's brackish.
It's brackish.
Oh.
I don't know that term.
It's where salt water and fresh water meet.
Oh, it's brackish.
Yeah.
It's brackish.
That's a pretty good definition right there. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, brackish water. I know random weird words.
Yeah, you do.
So all right, well, tell me. So you the family's coming now. You all are looking for a place. So hey, listen, if anybody's watching, right, and you're here in Richmond metro area, We got a lovely family moving down here. Beautiful woman and 4 kids. Well, the fact that she's beautiful doesn't mean anything because she's taken. 4 kids. And Roger will be spending. Charlie will be spending some time there. Sorry.
Oh no.
I know I did it. Well, they look alike too, don't they? I mean,
They actually do. Now
That's
that
what
I
everyone
now that
says,
yeah.
I never
It's the
noticed
smile.
it before everyone told
it's
me.
the smile. I was gonna say it's the short because I'm short. You're short. Yeah, but yes, it's the smile. You're both kind of goofy. You're easier to hang out with than Roger. See, I'm kidding, buddy. But if anybody's out there has a space to rent, man, family's coming Saturday. I think they booked into a hotel for a week.
Month.
Oh, a month. Oh yeah, you got some time to
Yep.
get some legs under there because I
Yeah.
know she's got some fears, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. I mean, and there's a reason for that.
Well, talk to me about that. What are some of the
I mean, some of the fears is it's a big move. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah.
And it's kind of on a whim, but it's not necessarily the area that I fell in love with. It's the community. And I told her there's a huge network and a huge community that we can reach out to here and has a lot of love to give. And I just wanted to share that with her. So I don't know.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of 207 area codes in your phone.
Yeah.
When you're around here. But well, tell me. So the family's coming, and the fears obviously of moving. But let's talk about the relationship, yours.
Mhm.
How was your relationship with the wife and the kids while you were in active addiction? Who was Charlie?
I was always working every day, and then I'd come home, and I was there, but I wasn't really there because I was using every night. I would crack the bottle as soon as I got home, or even on the way home. And that's not who I am. Is one thing that I've realized now is I can't wait for them to come down here and see who I really am, because it's a huge difference. And she's struggling with the person I've changed into because she's kind of doesn't believe a lot of the things I tell her. Like the fact that I cook and clean and take care of all these other guys and make my bed every morning, because she was doing everything for me when I was in active use. And she's I'm excited for her to see me.
Is she watching now?
No, I didn't even tell her.
You didn't. All right, fair enough.
Well, you kind of sprung it
Roger,
on me,
let her know.
Nathan.
Yeah, fair enough. I did spring it on you. I thought about it yesterday too. I meant to mention it when we were out. We weren't out skipping work at all. Not at all. We weren't doing that. Nope. Not trying to find those 20.
Looking at wood.
Hey, now, hey, don't make it weird. I'm usually the one who makes it weird.
Yeah.
But we did. We were out looking at wood for 2 hours.
For desks.
But
Well,
we had some
that
good
too.
ideas, and we found possibly what you need, I guess. So.
We did actually. Yeah. Total sidebar on that. I don't know how that came up. I was looking because it was actually part of this came from you, because I was, with that butcher block piece that we saw, I think at
Right.
Lowe's. I really fell in love with that
Right.
look, and I'm like, damn, that's it's interesting and it's got variation to
Yeah.
it. And I don't need clean. Well, I do. What I want is clean, but I want something with a story. I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna. It's a desk. It's a freaking function, right? But I want some form to it. And, I've always kind of had an idea of just doing something that I can put into the wall. But I rent.
Right.
Not $500 a month, though, next to the water in a full house. Not that I'm bitter or anything.
Right.
But I have a decent. I sent you a link yesterday, too.
Yep. Yep.
Kind of in the middle of a neighborhood, though.
Yeah.
I saw it and I went,
She was like,
she
"Oh,
won't
I
like that."
thought you wanted to live near McShin," but I was like, "Well, I do, but
Oh, I didn't realize that wasn't close to McShin.
I don't know." She
Oh, I don't
just assumed it wasn't, probably.
Oh, well, hey, look, I just saw the mount. That was-
Urban looks urban, right?
Urban looks. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I digress as always. But we were looking at desks and yada yada. Who cares? They don't care about this. They want to hear about you and the challenges you're going to face. So you are coming. Your family's coming now, but you're still going to be living in McShin housing.
Yes.
So what are you doing right now? Like, what is your role at McShin? I know you're volunteering and driving, and I know that. But you're also, what else are you doing?
I'm also assistant house leader to the Clark House and assistant house leader to the Scott House, our intensive house. So I have a fair amount of responsibilities and making sure that the guys that need to be working are working in the Clark House, and the guys that need to be up in here at the church are up at the church, and the houses are clean. And I assist the Scott House with anything that house leader might need. And he wants to go on a overnight for the weekend and see his kids. So told him not this weekend because my family's coming, but maybe next weekend.
Yeah.
We can do that for him. And yeah, I guess that's about it. But
That's a heck of an assistant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do what I can, I guess. And right now I can do a lot. So
Yeah. I just noticed something about recovery when I was looking at you, and I realized the shirt that you're wearing used to be mine.
this one too.
Yep. And and I'm laughing because I know Roger got some of the stuff when I brought it over too. But
This I got out of one of Roger's boxes that he left at Clark House.
yeah,
so.
and when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking there is no way in hell I would ever be able to fit into that shirt again because recovery has given me an ample belly. Recovery is also telling me that I need to go deal with my heart problems, but that's something. I shouldn't be eating 2 hot dogs and some chips, should I, for lunch?
Maybe it was a blessing they're gone for me.
That is true, right? Yeah, because it was pizza for dinner last night, and oof, yeah. Anyway, but I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, wow, when I could fit into that shirt, and I did wear that shirt, I was deep in addiction. I was skinny. I don't think I was ever scrawny, because I'm a biggish, but I was not healthy when I could fit into that shirt. And looking at that shirt and seeing that shirt, I'm like, whoa. It's kind of a reminder to me of how fat I've gotten, how far I've gone, in my own personal recovery. And also reminding me of things I need to work on. Obviously my blood pressure's been high lately, and all the good things about getting older. Now that I'm over 29, you all right over there?
Yeah.
Did you lose something?
Yeah, the power for one of the cameras.
Oh no.
That's all right. We still got the good one.
Yeah. Well, that it was funny because it was.
I didn't mean that. We got the one with both of you in it.
Right. Is it just not? Did it?
Oh, there it goes. It's back on.
It's back on.
Yeah.
Boom. It's the color seems a little off.
It's because this one is a 4K camera and this one is just HD.
Oh. And they look the same.
There it goes again. See?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
We are seeking sponsorship.
Yeah. All GoPro. Well, trust me, I'm thinking about how Impact could possibly impact the podcast. Impact could impact the podcast. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Trying to be funny. And on that note, back to Roger.
Good
Charlie,
try.
back to I'm done. Dude, it is funny because as soon as I see Roger's name up there, I start calling you Roger because you look alike, right? And you have a similar personality. He's a little more, and he's a little more of a Charlie. I love you, Roger. I love you. Roger is a little more willful. You're a little more suggestible. I don't know if that's exactly the right word. You're more willing to take suggestions. Whereas Roger's like, no, I know what to do. And I love you for that, Roger. And I wish you well, of course. Charlie, I'm so glad that you're making decisions that you're making. So the family's coming. Let's get back to that. The family's coming. The wife, 4 kids. How old are your kids?
10, 6, 3, and probably almost 11 months now.
Was that you whistling?
Yep.
10, 6, 3, and almost 11 months now. Jeez.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Nope.
She's I'm quite proud of that woman.
Yeah.
She's been a long time with those 4. And she put up with me, so
yeah, she had
props to
you
her.
only had 4, she had 5 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were the 5th kid with a driver's license and a bank account.
And yeah, she couldn't trust to be out about,
Ooh. So she has some trust issues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We talked about this because I was your recovery coach initially, and we talked about some of these challenges. What are you all doing or what do you think that what will you all be doing to sort of put the family back together?
One thing is, we're gonna do marriage counseling. We're gonna get into that, and we'd like to both get into our own bit of counseling, and more family outings, more stuff that we do together. Because before it wasn't, we'd go out as a family, but it wasn't often, and definitely I wanted to see all the love here. I think that's going to help, and the fact that what I'm doing here is what I'm actually doing, because right now it's just me saying that I'm doing it, and it's hard for her to believe with all the trust issues. But
were you truthful when you were in active addiction?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
And y'all have been together for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been together, I think, 12 years.
So when you met when you were 4?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yes. No, I actually met her. She was in massage school, and I was her 100th massage, her last massage in massage school. And I walked out and I said to my friend that brought me to this free massage, I said, "Do you think you can get her number for me?" And it goes from there.
Usually that story ends in a very creepy.
I know, right?
Usually that's a creepy ending there. But congratulations, that's awesome. Do you now? Your wife is a professional massage therapist.
Yes. So
I'm guessing you
shout
never
out.
get a massage from her.
No, absolutely not. She's actually going to be getting her Virginia massage license and doing massage down here.
Nice.
She's been a stay-at-home mom for a long time and just doing massages on the side, but she's ready to go to work full time, and she's gonna. Can
she do virtual massages?
I wish.
Work from your computer. At some point there will be that technology. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah,
that's not good.
That's not good. Is your wife at the moment? Is she excited to come?
She's stressed out.
She's stressed out.
She's been packing, and she did finally get her brother to help her load stuff in the U-Haul today. So she was hoping to finish up today.
So is she driving the U-Haul with the 4 kids?
She's driving the van with the 4 kids. She got one of her friends and her mother to drive not her mother, but her friend's mother to drive down with the U-Haul. So
nice.
They are gonna hopefully be down Saturday night, I think is what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we painting tomorrow or are we painting Saturday morning?
Not sure. Friday afternoon, probably.
Okay.
That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I haven't cleaned out the bedroom. You saw it yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I thought that was already done.
Well, Charlie, I have a habit of
Nathan.
What? Why do today with that which can be done, tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning,
ever.
right before we're ready.
Right. Yeah.
Or we could just set it in the middle and work around it.
Yeah, it's a pretty packed room. I do want to think about what to do with those cubes, but you don't want any of those?
I wouldn't even know where to put them.
Yeah, we need to think
I
about
mean,
that.
I could probably put a couple on here.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie might want some too, but
That's a story for tomorrow.
Yeah. This is absolutely no interest to anybody. Look, we have nobody watching live right now. I start talking about my bedroom again. Everybody's sick and tired of me talking about decorating that stupid bedroom. But let's talk about bowling alleys. Dude, I am such a convert. I've been nobody cares. Nobody's watching, but who cares? So I've been online all day. I have done actual work. I did get the proclamation in motion. I got some other things done. I did do work if anybody's listening. But I have been looking at pictures of tables and desks made from bowling alleys.
Nice.
And I'm really, really excited about this, as you can tell. And the cool thing is this guy that I'm buying this bowling alley lane from, he actually learned how to bowl on this lane. Like they're from his childhood.
Wow.
And he said he actually played tournaments on there. I don't know, maybe.
Interesting.
He looks like he's just got out of college. So I'm thinking when I hear tournaments and I see college age, I'm like, yeah, we're just talking big party nights. But who knows? But it looks really cool, and I'm ecstatic. To get some history, to get some, to get this in the house, and to just have something that's just an unusual piece. So. Yeah, see, we had 2 people who showed up, started watching, heard me talking about bowling alleys. And then
Let's
they
not
did
discount the hundreds of thousands of people that'll view it in the jails.
Yeah, but
If they could watch live, they probably would.
they probably
That's true.
would. I mean, and actually that's funny because we will do this at some point going in the forward. But there's a guy here. I forget his name. And actually, I probably shouldn't say it here anyway. But there's a guy here from RSW who I just met yesterday in my group. I think I told you about
Yeah,
this.
he's watched all our shows.
All the shows. He was asking me he watched all the shows where I was out of town when 2 years ago. Actually, this time of year, that 2 years ago, I was driving around the country.
Yeah.
What is today? I was in Vegas. I was in
Today's the
Vegas.
18th,
Yeah, we were in the middle of Mobilize was in August that year, and we were in the middle of Mobilize. And I was in Vegas. It had turned from a live in-person event to a virtual event, but I had already booked the room, so I was like, "To hell with it!" I just stayed in the hotel and did the conference from the hotel, virtually.
Nice.
Yeah. It was, and I would have gone to go see. I know you're friends with Ryan. I would have gone to see Ryan and Garrett and Aaron, except Ryan and Garrett had COVID
Oh,
during the conference. The poor guys,
Yeah.
and this was in August of 2020 when COVID was still, scary. Now
it was
it's
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was still pretty scary. Last year was in person. We were actually there. I was actually physically in Vegas again. But the conference was too. That was not so much scary as it was just kind of annoying because I had to go through like all the rigmarole of checking the fact that we were tested, or it was just it was necessary, but it was a pain in the ass. But this has nothing to do with you. Or
I've
why
heard
you're
about
here.
this where you hijacked the show.
Oh, who told you about that? Well,
I won't.
First of
say,
all,
but-
first of all,
it's your
it's-
show.
yeah, it's Getting the Herd, hosted by Nathan Mitchell. It's not Getting the Herd. Everybody gets a chance, equal opportunity over here. Come on. I hijacked the show. Uh-oh. Who the hell said
I
that?
can't say.
Yes, you can.
No,
See, at some point, Charlie, you have
that's
to.
my sources.
Yeah,
I
but see,
keep
at some
them.
point, Charlie, you're gonna have to determine where your loyalty lies. Does
That's
it
true.
lie with
But I
other
mean,
staff members and your?
Let's think about who's leaving McShin.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Yeah.
So my loyalties will lie with McShin for now.
Ooh. Aren't you taking a recovery corps position?
Oh, damn.
Right back.
I
at
mean,
it.
if anything, I'm gonna have more
Touche.
of a say in what you do. If anything, I'm just saying.
All right.
Kind of work for Nathan.
Yeah, I know, right?
you're kind of my underling now.
Uh-oh.
This is
Actually,
insubordination.
when I did my transition paperwork, I said that's what I wanted to do. So it's
To be
kinda-
Nathan's underling?
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, but I said I wanted to train under you, so
Did you really?
I did.
You poor
Careful what you wish
I
for.
know. It happened. It's weird.
We're both short, so it's not like we got to go far. I wonder who said that. Who said that I hijacked the show?
I can't say.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, on that note, screw it. We'll just end the show. Screw it. I ain't talking no more. Well, tell me. But here, okay. First of all, let's go back. No. I can't let it go. We get people on this show, right? They sit there and they answer with, "Yep, nope, uh-huh. I came from Maine," and they don't talk and elaborate. And so there's always that danger of having empty air.
You need filler.
So I am.
I'm not saying that you're just filler.
No, I am just filler most of the time. I know I talk a lot, but it's not a matter of hijacking the show. It's a matter of keeping some conversation going.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's like when you're sitting there with somebody I know is an interesting person who has a very large story that that I hear and I talk to, and then suddenly you put a freaking camera and some lights on a person. It's like, no, yeah, uh-huh. Like, come on, man. Like, I want to just squirt you with the water here, spill hot coffee in your lap. But you're not like that. You were nervous when you got here.
I was very nervous.
And then why would you be nervous?
I've never been on live show before.
Yeah, we got 3 people watching. We got 1 comment. There's a comment. Uh-oh. That's going to be about me and hijacking the show. I don't talk. What did it say? I talk?
Schaefer.
Wait, that's not Schaefer.
That is Schaefer.
That's Chris Schaefer.
I thought he spells his name with a C.
He does not spell it with a C.
Oh, no.
No, that's
He
a whole
says-
thing.
He says, I don't. I talk. there's a period after I don't.
I don't. I talk. What is he referring to?
He's
Like,
saying
I
that
don't
he
stay
talks
quiet.
a
Yeah, he
lot.
talks.
Oh God, no. Yeah, yeah. No, Chris Schaefer. I love you, Chris, but you talk.
In fact, if he speaks right now, we could probably
We
hear
could
him.
probably hear him. Lord knows,
Yeah.
gosh, those boots, you can hear him.
He talks and talks loud.
And it's just a steady stream. And it's funny for a guy who talks so damn much, it takes so damn long to get through that med line. In fairness, I know we have 15 houses now. Okay.
Yeah.
I know he's one guy, and it seems like everybody and their mother who's a participant here is on meds. So, no, I don't. Everyone spells it wrong. Yep. I think I still have a C on my phone too.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, but
Actually, I have it both ways on my phone for both of his phones.
you said
Just in case.
you said people say one word. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, people. Yes. Well, has Schaefer been on the show?
Schaefer was on with Tatiana a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right. We're talking about
On the 9th, yeah.
On the
Mhm.
oh yeah, because you just here in August.
Mhm.
Wow, that was only 9 days ago. Sorry, Chris.
That was a good show too, talking about
It was a good show.
UAs and designer drugs.
Do you get some ideas?
UAs and designer drugs. No, but that seems to be a theme going around. But anyways,
Woo!
We won't go there.
yeah.
Wow.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. It has been a week, and it's Thursday. Woo! It has been
It's
a week.
been 3 Mondays, I think,
If you-
right in a row.
yeah, and so
It was last week.
sorry, Chris. Listen, man, I've done a lot of memory destroying substances over the years, bro. But bringing up what you just said about that being 3 Mondays in a row, and why what I know you mean, what I think you mean by that is, around here, Monday is the consequence day essentially, because for the most part, the weekend staff around here are empowered to handle a lot of situations. But most stuff waits until the Monday. And weekends are historically when people get paid, they have more free time, they want to go out and do the things that they do. And I say they, but I should include myself in this. I want to go do the things that I used to do too. So, we traditionally, Monday is a very busy day for recovery plan assessments.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so I can see what you mean by three Mondays in a row. Woo, you're right. What's funny though, it's because neither one of you has this context, and we do have some people watching back over here.
Shout out to the interns.
Shout out to the interns back there. Woo! Some context though. McShin now has 15 houses. This time last year, I think we only had 9, maybe 10. But we didn't have 15, which is a big jump in the number of houses.
I feel like 6 that just opened up in the last 7 months, right?
Yeah, well, that would be the 15 from 9. Yeah. See. Is he pulling my leg, or am I pulling his
No, I
leg?
don't know
I
which
don't
way that
know.
went.
I don't know. This is what I like about art. This just total tangent over here, and I'm going to hijack the show again. But
never said a shit. Never should have said it.
yeah, never should have shit. Is that what you said? What I like about art is that he's sometimes inscrutable. I think I'm using the right word, and I like that because I don't like to surround myself with people who are as easy to figure out or too easy to figure out. I like a little mystery. What do you mean by that? I don't know. I like a puzzle. I'm a puzzle guy. I'm a patterns guy. I like to observe patterns, and if it's an easy pattern to figure out, I'm bored quickly. Art doesn't bore me. You don't bore me. Other people around here bore the out of me. That was an asshole thing to say, wasn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was my point before my point?
9 houses.
9 houses.
A lot of people.
Thank you. Wow. Cool. All right, let me rehijack back to McShin. Historically, though, the summertime is when our population at McShin, and probably most of the recovery community organizations around here, has dipped. And we anecdotally, my thought process on that, speculation and whatnot, but sort of like what we've all noticed is that it's easier to be homeless in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And some of our population, will, go back out or can go back out and live more roughly, um, and continue to use. And then once the weather gets cold, we want to get out from the cold. And so historically, the wintertime is when we're pretty packed. But if you look at what's going on here now, like we have 15 houses right now, and I don't know what the percentage is at this moment, but we have been pretty darn packed consistently for a long time now.
Absolutely, we are packed right now.
We are packed, and I love that. It's a great thing. It means a couple different things. First and foremost, it means that we're positioned as, McShin has positioned itself as a, well, McShin and other organizations here too, because I think across the board we've been able to maintain higher levels of care, but McShin especially, being the tip of the spear, and of course this is a McShin show, we have taken a lead on making sure that these services are taken care of, that we have authentic peer, people making decisions and getting in and doing the right thing, and making sure we're adapting and keeping the doors open through COVID and all these things. But damn, I'm really befuddled. Who the hell said I hijacked the show?
Can't let it go.
I'm getting you after this. I'm gonna torture you until I find
I
out.
could have worded that differently, huh?
Yeah, well, you could have, but then you'd be disingenuous. So.
That's
All right, but back to this. So this is what generally happens, right? The numbers dip in the summertime because, of course, you can go out and it's easier to be outside. And when it's hot, when it's cold outside, people want to come back in. But we've kept the numbers up, and that's a couple. First and foremost, because the level of services that we're doing right now is just far and above anything that we've ever done in the past. I've been here 4.5 years now, and just the ability to get things done around here is astonishing. How easily, how much knowledge base is in this building, how we have people in place who can help and who want to help and are continuing to even volunteering like you do, right? Who are just here to do the work, and that's incredible. It's inspiring to walk in this building, and it on another tangent, because that's what I am. I'm a tangent guy. I was standing in stand up on, I think, Monday or Tuesday this past week, and everybody in that room, with the exception of Jesse Wysocki, our chief operating
Operating officer.
Thank you, operating officer, COO. Everybody in that room I had seen come through the doors on their first day or thereabouts. And that is really impressive. That's really amazing. Because when I think about you and how you've been here for 67 days and how you are now assistant house leader or assistant houses leader, doing a very, very important role, helping with all the intensive guys, which we have a bunch of. Normally, we keep all of our intensives in one house, but right now we've been so inundated with intensive, which is a great thing, that we've been pushing, putting guys in different houses, and keeping the momentum going. Seeing you come in here, start to get your life back, starting to rebuild that trust with your wife and the kids, starting, and now that she's coming down, and look, there's gonna be some rough times ahead. It's going to be some rough times ahead, and I hope you have some tools in place, and I hope you have tools in place, and people around here obviously want to see you do well. I mean, I can sit, kick it, and laugh at everything, but yesterday when you came and sat down and talked with me, man, I did hug you, but I wanted to just hug you and tell you everything's going to be great, but that would be a lie too.
right.
Not everything is going to be great, but I did what I know how to do. I sat there, goofed around with you a little bit. I certainly related to what you were talking about. I know I'm being vague. It's okay. And we talked for a minute, but it warmed my heart that you could come and talk to me about that, because it makes me, you help me when I get to help you.
Right.
And then I made it a point to see, where are you? Let me get you out of this building for a little while. I'm going to goof around and spend a half an hour. We ended up spending 2, but whatever, going to look at wood, and we did, and I purposely sought you out, because you're part of the project, but also let me just get out of here, man. I get sick in there sometimes by myself, and I don't want to sit and always talk about how sad things are and how the problem and this and that and the other. I know what the problem is. I need solutions to those problems, and the solution is just to keep going, keep going, because there are days, dude, I do not want to be in this building. And it's not because I don't love the work. I love the work. But there are some very, very sad days in this building. But then there are those moments when I can sit there and stand up, or stand there and stand up and look around and see everybody there is somebody I've seen walk through the doors from day one. That is so freaking cool. That is the coolest thing. And to be able to take that moment and to find that gratitude and get really, centered again, because they say, well, if you don't ever leave the basics, you don't ever have to go back to the basics.
Mhm.
And for me, that gratitude, that place, that purpose, that you said, because that's what, when you said that, I'm like, bam, that's why I like you, because that's me. This place helped me find purpose.
Right.
And it continues to help me find that purpose. And so all of that, 9 houses last year.
Actually, yeah. Chris just put up some numbers here. We have, out of 150 beds,
Oh!
we have 141 participants. So we have 100 males out of 105 beds, and then 41 out of the 45 female beds are full.
Damn it, Schaefer. Wow. That's insane.
Thanks,
That's
Chris.
insanely, and we weren't doing those. And Chris was here a few, last year, I think last 2 years. Chris would probably remember, I don't know. He was kind of he kind of had his up his ass. We all do. It's not, I'm not a knock on you, Chris. I'm sorry.
Well, it takes 5 years for your head to pop out of your ass.
Oof. I hope so. I've got another 6 months. Today's the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today is 4 years and 4.5 years exactly for me.
Nice,
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. Maybe I'll get 4.5 cakes. Like that? It's
Yeah.
called back to the
Yeah.
No, nobody
To our
cares.
intro. Yeah.
Nobody cares. But well, then I am gonna get to this point. I promise. I'm just gonna keep circling it a little bit more. I've got too much gas. But the summertime, man, with the numbers getting low, not because of the tacos, although I have that gas still too. Too much?
Too much.
All right.
Yeah, TMI.
Dun, da, da.
Uh,
Let's go back. All right, so 9 houses. There's a freaking point. Let me.
Okay. 9 houses.
But it's a testament to the work that we're doing here. It's a testament to the commitment. It's a testament to people like you who come here and find a purpose and then stay here. It's a testament to the people who come here, goof around, leave, and say, oh, wait, damn it, there's been a seed planted. And I know there's some good stuff over here. Shoot, I need to go back and come back. And then the next thing you know, they're freaking doing the med room. It's a testament to this place and the spirit and the community that's sort of built here. It's not perfect. It's messy. But to me, to this Nathan individual right here, it's about as close to perfect as you can get. Right? Like I wouldn't know what to do. Well, I mean, I could certainly suggest some things, but man, I would never want to do anything that changed it dramatically. This place is special. And so to see that, now we've built this program that, even in the summertime when the numbers historically go down, to be able to have not only be able to meet the needs of last year, but to exceed them by having 6 more houses that are almost full, we really are showing exactly what this place is made of and exactly what this place could do. And it's great because it's people like, McShin, John Shinholzer, Carol McDade, Honesty, and Jesse, and us too. I mean, let's bring it down. It's like, being able to demonstrate on a daily basis the value of what we do, that we've been able to go and say, hey, you know what, to the General Assembly and say, hey, you know what, we can do more if you just give us a little bit of money, a little bit of help over here. All you got to do, a little bit, we're going to help people stay out of jail. We're going to help people build their lives back with their families. We're going to help people not only find a job, but find a purpose. And we're going to help people succeed in that purpose. And we've been able to go and demonstrate that value and get funding, and say, hey, we can help more people if we can just that little bit. And we've been able to do that. And it's absolutely beautiful. I know you didn't come through one of the McShin scholarships, one of the Virginia funding, you came through a program in Maine. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know the benefits of they know the benefits up there, because what do they do? How did you get here?
My aunt actually knew a person that knew about the Hope Foundation, which is a place at foundation in Maine that helps people get into recovery and will get you down here and help you get better.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like for people in Maine to know about it more, but I don't think many do. I've met a few people that have come down through it, but most of them that I talk to from Maine don't know about it and don't know that it's just as easy as going to the fire department, going to the hospital and saying that you're an addict and you'd like to get help, and you can get help.
Do they have a choice of different places you can go, or is it all here to McShin?
I am not sure. They didn't really give me the choice.
Okay. I don't
sent
think
me
there
straight
is.
to detox and then to here. So
It's I'm glad that you talk to people up there still and talk about this. We've had people who've gone back and are doing really, really well who talk about it and have brought people back. We have people who are still here who have moved out of our housing but stay connected, are connected into recovery here and are still talking back to people up there and bringing people here. We've got, I don't know if it's a cousin or a brother. I think it's a cousin. There is not your house leader, but Coley. He's cousins with somebody who was, I'm not going to say names on the show, but somebody who was a participant before. He and his wife were here, and they're still very active here in Richmond. So it's nice to have those connections. It's the people that have started to come years ago are now second and third waves of these folks who are helping each other, and integrating in and becoming part of the McShin fabric in a very impactful, meaningful way. So that's really a beautiful program. I always sing the praises of that.
I'm sure they send people other places, but if it's the
yeah.
option, I think they do like to send them here.
Yeah. Well, we've had, like I said, we've had some people who go back and are really, really doing well. My first assistant house leader was Coley's cousin. But I've had a couple. I was a house leader for a long time, and I had a whole succession of assistants. And one of them, for the longest time, he was fantastic. He was fantastic. Not, I love you, but he wasn't the best at being a house leader. He sort of abdicated and sort of. Boy, I hold resentments a little bit. No, but in all fairness, actually, he was a phenomenal house leader too. I'm not going to give him too much shit, but he was a phenomenal assistant house leader, and I still love him to death. And he's gone back and he's doing amazing work, and he's he's actually really connected with the Maine Recovery Advocacy Project, which is I'm affiliated with the Virginia Recovery Advocacy Project. So there's all these ways that things are intertwined and interrelated and interconnected, and sometimes not even realizing it. Like I'm like on Facebook and I'm like, oh, you're friends with so and so. Oh, look at that. So it's really crazy how that happens, and it happens quick. I came down here for 28 days, thinking I'd go right back up to Northern Virginia and start back up in some kind of life,
right?
Whatever that meant, and I ended up staying,
When I did come down, I had in mind that I was going to go back and open up recovery down there, but the community that I found down here just was so much and so beautiful that I wanted to stay and help. And the message was awesome.
Well, and what I'm hearing from that is you want to continue to do that. I love that. And bringing that down here, bringing that, to Virginia where the community is thriving, doesn't mean that we've met the need. Far from it. There are 1,000 recovery beds here in Virginia. But that's not, I mean, here in the Richmond metro area,
right.
And that covers a lot, but that doesn't meet the need. There's a need. Did we talk about it on the show yesterday? I had a whole conversation about this. God, where did I have this conversation? There's a need that's not quite being met that we've sort of been identifying. Although 8 thoughts all colliding at once. That's my brain all the time, right? But there's so in McShin we've got this 28-day intensive program, right? And you went through it. Art went through it. I did not go through it. I was very jealous of the guys who were going through it at the time because when I was a participant living in our step up housing, I was still up here for groups, and I wasn't part of the intensive program. And all those guys were really, really tight at the time, to the point where I am still really good friends with a couple of the guys who were there back then. That's how tight that house was. Now the house ebbs and flows. It seems like it's pretty new right now. The house
It's
is
new
really
right now,
brand new.
but they are awesome right
They
now.
seem to be tight.
They
yeah.
are. They're just like it was when I first got there, and
Yeah.
it's the camaraderie that I instantly felt is something that you can never get like anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, and so you're taking that knowledge. It doesn't mean that you can't continue to use that and build here. The need is not completely met here.
Right.
There's more. One of the things I was getting to is that, we don't have like step up. I say that, but like the Healing Place or Caritas just opened up a whole complex for guys, and it's kind of step up. Like you can rent out. Did you see this? Oh, you're not on Facebook, are you?
No, I'm not.
No, but I actually, to the point where I looked at this and I said, I might actually think about moving in on this. Brand new. Well, I don't know if it's brand, but newly renovated, new construction, already furnished, housing that is for people who are grounded in recovery and are not quite ready to, do that.
Right.
And that's for somebody like me who's single, that's a great thing. Right. But then we have this other, population who have a wife and have kids, or are single and have kids. It's like we're not meeting that need, and there's such a need for that. And so what I'm saying is there is a lot more that can be done.
Absolutely.
Whether it's here, whether it's in Maine, whether it's in California, there's so much more that can be done, and it's a matter of finding purpose, continuing to develop my voice, and continuing to use that voice to further my purpose. And anyway, do we want to talk about the table anymore?
I'm all tabled out.
All right. Well, we'll table that idea for today. What else do we want to talk about? Anything else? We got like 4
we could
minutes.
shelf it.
Oh man. Ooh. I just ooh. I don't know how to file that one. Oh, come on. We got any others?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Oh yeah. You gotta be quick around here.
I guess so.
Anything else you want to talk about? Well, before we close out, since I've hijacked the last 20 minutes of the show.
No.
I still want to. You're gonna tell me who that was.
No, probably won't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are. It was probably Roger.
It might have been.
It might have been. Did you tell Roger you were going to be on the show?
I did not.
Oh, well, then it
just
wasn't
was
Roger.
randomly watching, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, he might have seen the thing on Facebook and saw your name and said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, true.
Probably, because I don't think Roger. You should watch more often. I mean, dude. Every day.
That's true.
You should.
That's true.
Anything else, Art?
I have nothing. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for
Interns, you got
having
anything? Just holler out.
me.
The interns have nothing today. We'll see you next week. All right. On that note, feeling good?
I guess so. Yeah.
Feeling better?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right. Thank you, sir. Art, you're amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Charlie, thank you for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you. I'm so glad that you've stuck and stayed and sticked and stayed.
Stuck and stayed.
Stuck and stayed. I'm glad you're here. How about that? The ladies like that. I'm glad you're here, and looking forward to seeing how you grow and how things go with the wife and the kids coming on Saturday. Congratulations on all that.
Thank you.
And all of you out there, we will see you back here on Tuesday. Don't quite know the lineup for next week yet.
We're working on it.
I do know that we have an author in the mix. I do know that we have another guy who does breath work in the mix. I know that we got some other things going on. I think we have 2 authors in the mix, actually. So I just want to tell you, we got a lot of great shows coming up. I don't know what's happening Wednesday. Women Wednesday?
Women Wednesdays. We're going to be having the interns on.
Oh, so if you could see to my right, there are some women, and they will be on the show for Women Wednesday on Wednesday next week. Women Wednesday on Wednesday?
Right.
Yeah. It would be weird if it was on Thursday. But you can watch it on Thursday if you want. You just can't watch it live. Yeah. All right. On that note, I'm purposely dragging this out because he's got his fingers on the button, and I think it's funny to drag it out. Everybody, have a great weekend. Stay in the herd.